Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today I have the Amazfit GTR 4, and today I'm going to be talking about what I think are the 15 best tips and features of the watch. You may or may not agree, and you might get more or less than 15, but I'll try to keep it brief and go over what I think are the best things about it. So first thing is the rotating crown, which is great. I love having one of these things. I think on a smartwatch you definitely need it, just because there's so much information in here, and it's very hard to go through if you are kind of swiping up and down and going through. It just takes too long. This is just really nice. It's got a nice haptic feedback on there, so you exactly know when you're moving it, and it does also have a function of a button, a single press, and also a long press. And you can customize the long press, which I will get to in a little bit. Another great thing is standard bands. So basically any 22 millimeter band will fit in here. You just pop these pins and take it out, and you can put whatever you want in here. Any third-party band that's 22 millimeters will fit in here. You don't have to buy a proprietary band from Amazfit, which is great. Another great thing, for this price point, it's a $199 retail price in the US. You get a 1.43-inch AMOLED display, which is quite bright, completely visible even outside, and also you do get an ambient light sensor, so that will modify the brightness of the screen throughout the day. Another great feature is that it does come with a speaker and a microphone, so you can receive calls on this, and you could also make calls on here. You could download your contacts, and you could initiate a call with this, and like I said, you can answer calls on here. Not great for long conversations, obviously, but for brief calls, it works awesome. You could also get text messages on this watch, but you can only respond with the pre-made messages that you have. There's no keyboard on here, and there's no speech to text or anything like that, but you can modify the reply messages and add as many as you would like. The Amazfit GTR 4 also comes with GPS built in, and it actually tracks 6 different satellite systems, which is a little over the top, but the other great thing is that you can customize the GPS to perform as accurate as you want or less accurate and save some battery. So this is actually in the workout menu here. Just click there and go to GPS settings, and now you could make it more accurate. You can have a balance between battery saving and accuracy, or you can go to power saving, so it'll be a little less accurate. And then you can customize it and kind of have a mix of both accuracy and power saving, because there are a couple of things you could adjust here. The band, the power, and the speed first, or accuracy first. The other great thing about Amazfit is most things are customizable. You just have to know where to look a little bit. So I'm just going to show you quickly a bunch of things that you can customize. So we can do the widgets here. So let me show you how to customize the widgets. We go into settings, and we got to find preferences here, and widget. Then here we go. So now I could add a widget here just by hitting that, but then I could also adjust the position of it. So if I just hold it here, now I can kind of move it up and down and put it wherever I want. Then I just check it, and we're done. I'll show you how to do that on the phone, which is, I think, easier, just a bigger screen and everything. The other thing you have here is the control center, and here's a list of all of them there. But we could adjust this. We go to settings, and we're going to go into preferences, and you see right there, control center. And now again, same thing, you could add them, and then you could move all these around if you like, which is a great thing. And if you want to delete it, you could just go here and hit the trash can, and then that's gone. So that's a nice way to do that. Again, I'll show you how to do it on the app real quick, because that's, I think, easier. So swipe up, you get your notifications. And if you swipe over this way to the right, this is kind of like your just daily information sheet. Has your weather. You could actually customize this to however you want here. You can see what I have on there, and all that is customizable. You could hit it with the settings, and again, same thing. You could hit the add, and then you could also just move these guys around if you want, or you could delete something. So I'm going to show you how to edit all those things I just showed you how to do on your watch on the phone, because I think it's a little easier to do just because it's a bigger screen. So you got to make sure you're in the Zepp app. You can make sure you're on the profile portion of it. And then if you have more than one device, just click on it. And then we go into watch settings. And then it is going to be right here. It's edit widget. So if you just click on that, and then here we have the widgets that are there. If you want to get rid of it, you could just minus it. If you want to add them, you just hit plus. Then if you want to move them around, you just hold these little hamburger menu here and just move it up and down, and then you could save it if you want. Now, the other thing, in the same grouping, we can go to Edit Control Center. So same thing. These are all the list of the things that are on there. It actually is in order so that you can see what all those symbols are if you're not sure what they are. Then if you want to delete some of them that you don't use, you could just hit the minus, and then they'll go down to the bottom here. And then if you want to put it back in, you just hit plus. So kind of consistent on all of them. We'll just discard that for now. So when we're on the watch here, we scroll over here. this little daily update that you have, this is called shortcut cards. And you could update it, you could adjust it on the watch, but I think it's just easy to do on the app. Okay, so we'll make sure we're in the profile portion of the app, and then pick your band if you have more than one. And then we're going to scroll down here. So we just go into shortcut cards. And here's a list of all of them that are on there. And then this is a list of all of them that can be on there if you want. So really kind of customizable. And just to kind of complete the thought here, when you swipe up, you get the notifications. And if you just click right here, you could change your notifications and which apps are sending you the notifications. So in a moment, it'll load all of them, and then you can turn all these on and off or whatever you want. And then this is how you adjust your quick reply. Right here, there's a couple that are already pre-made for you. You could edit these, or you could add new ones. Another thing you can customize is the crown here, the long press, and this bottom button. You could have do whatever you want. So let me show you how to do that. We're just going to go into settings. This is in preferences. And long press upper button. You just click this, and basically everything is there. So whatever you want, you can pick on there. And this the same thing goes for the bottom button here. Press lower button. And again, you could have it do whatever you want. Right now we're set to workout, and you could just have it set to anything you want. So the Amazfit GTR 4 can store about 2 gigs of music. So let's show you how to do that. On the profile page of the app again, we just got to get to our device here, and then music. And so we got to upload some music. I'm doing this for the first time so I could show you how to do it here. And there it is. It's automatically picking all my music that's there. So I'm just going to pick one of these here, and I could select all. And now I'm uploading it. Not sure why I have to turn the Wi-Fi on the watch, but I will abide. So once I connect it to the Wi-Fi, it's going to start downloading these things, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but you get the idea of how that works. So now you have music downloaded to the watch. Now you could pair buds with it, and you don't really need to take your phone with you if you'd like. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to go here, and I'm going to go to Bluetooth, and we're going to do a headphone. And searching for a device here. This is the first time I'm doing this. I usually just take my phone with me. I want to show you how this works. Okay, so it found my Galaxy Buds. So there we go. And now it's connected. So that's kind of cool, right? Now, the only thing I didn't really show you on the screen here is that whatever device you're pairing has to be in pairing mode. So that's different for every kind of earbud that you have. So just be aware that you have to do that. This does come with Amazon Alexa, so that's great if you want to use that. But there's also offline commands on here, which work actually fairly good. And there's a good amount of commands that you actually can do. So let me just show you how that works. Open stopwatch. There it goes, right? Start outdoor running. And if you want to see a list of all the commands that you can do here, we're just going to go into settings, preferences, and offline voice control. So these view all voice commands. So you can just go into here and you can click each one of these things and it will give you all the words and commands that you can say. So another great feature on this watch is the sleep screen. So when you go to bed, you could disable the rise to wake feature on it, and you could have it do not disturb, and you could shut off the screen or whatever you want. But you could also make it so that you can tap the screen and it turns on. And if you tap the screen, this is what's going to turn on. And this is sometimes very bright, even if on the dim setting there. So if you just toggle sleep screen, which is that little icon there, and then if I just put this thing to sleep, and now when you tap it, that thing comes up. So this is just kind of a more muted screen, much dimmer, the black and white, and it's dim, and then you could just see your alarm on the bottom and the basic details there, the time and date. So kind of cool there. To get out of it, you just go like this, and you just click on it again. You could also change the icons on this. So this is the icons, all those things, all those little symbols on the left. And you can see those, what they look like now, but let's change them. So we'll go into settings here. This is going to be a display. And theme style. So you could have those, these, are those? And then just click it, and that will be with a new thing. So just in case you're getting a little bored, that will keep you going for a little longer. Another thing I like on this is the workout display. So let me just click on here. Let me just get into a workout, and let's do this. It's just looking for a GPS signal. Just going to show it there. So now this little heart rate thing here, it's obviously going to give you your number of your heart rate, but it also automatically puts it into heart rate zones, and then it will show you the correlating color for that. So if you're doing like fat burn, it's green, and then you get more tense if it gets yellow, and then orange, and then red. And it's just kind of nice if you're riding or running and you don't really want to stare at your watch for too long. Just look at it quick, you'll see the color, and then right away you know what level you're at. So if you want to keep it in a specific heart rate zone, you could look at it quickly and know if you're in the right spot or not. So there's also a lot of workout customization that you can do. So let's go ahead and pick an activity here. I'll pick outdoor running. And then if we just go into the settings here. So there's a couple of things that are on here, but I'm going to show you the More feature in the data page. So if we click on this, this is the data. And then if you scroll while you're running, this is everything that you're going to see. That's all the information that's there. So if you want to add a feature on here, or you want to add more information, just click on this. And, you could click something here, and let's, these are kind of things you could add. I'm going to add elevation, right? So now that's on there. So now when I'm working out, that will be something I could scroll through, and I would be able to see. Now the other cool thing on this is that all this information here, you could change all this. So you could see the things that I have there. So now maybe I don't need my pace, right? So I could just click on this, and now I could change it to whatever I want. All these things you can change. And when there's a number there, that's how many different options there are. So speed class, altitude class, look at heart rate. You got 13 things. So you can click on this, average heart rate zone, all these things you could have put in there. So if I put on this, and now that goes right there. So all these things could be adjusted. And the other cool feature on this is that this is for outdoor running. And this is my data set that I'm going to be able to see. But if I do outdoor cycling or my elliptical or my treadmill, I can have completely different settings here, completely different data points that I can see, which is really cool that it will save it for each one. And so if you adjust your data page, you could do it. You can customize it for each exercise that you do. So I'm winding up here, and this is my last one. This is for the battery manager. So the battery on this is awesome. It lasts, it varies depending on how much you use it, but for regular use, I usually get about 8 to 11 days on this. And if I was really careful with some management, I could probably get another day or two. But if you're not sure what's going on, let's go into settings here. And then we're going to scroll down here and get into the battery manager. So again, this just gives you some information, what's going on, and all of these things here. These are all the things that are killing your battery. And I could toggle them on and off, just right here though. So if I click on that, now it's gone. So now it's not doing it. And I could check and see how that affects my battery. And if I scroll down here, these are also a couple of more things that it gives you, and just gives you some things that you were doing that were using a lot of battery. But then also, if we go here, heart rate monitoring frequency, let's change it. And it doesn't just let me know that it should be done. I just click it and it takes me right to the page, and now I can adjust it and, as I want to. So all these things you can play around with, and if your battery's dying too quick, this is where you go. So just one extra warning on this. The watch is great. I've loved it. I've been using it for a while now, and no issues with it except some of the durability. It's definitely not military grade. The glass here is just tempered glass, and as you probably have noticed, is that there's a nice crack there. And there's no raised bezel. So if you do bump your hand against something, it's pretty easy that you could have a problem. So if you get this watch, be careful, or get a screen protector on there. If this video was helpful at all, I hope it was. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, all that good stuff. And I really do appreciate the support, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks so much.